I've been working in the garden, but there's not much to show there yet. So I thought I would just do an update on all the animals. There's a lot going on. The ducks are getting so much bigger. The sheep are doing great. I just put them in here. I'm about to close the door. I need to bring their water in, but they are, I've been putting them in here when I walk the dogs in the midday. It's about 12:30, I think, right now. I'm about to walk the dogs, and I put the sheep in here just for safety purposes. Sal loves the dogs, but the dogs go crazy, and right now it's not worth it for me. This is Pink. She has the problem with the cowgrass, as does Flame, who is Red's son. But their eyes are getting better. Their ears are getting, oh, I was going to say much better. This one looks better. The other one does not. We've taken care of all the cowgrass, or most of it, in the area they're in right now, and went through these two other pastures. I have one pasture that's full of cowgrass, and we have decided that they are not going to go in there till the end of the season. We're going to trim it, and then when the dry season comes, we are actually going to burn it and see if that helps. I'm told that will. I'm not convinced, but it's so much to dig up. It's not really a great idea. So I need to bring their water in here, and then I'm going to go walk the dogs. But meanwhile, okay, I just changed their water, so they're all liking the water. They don't tend to drink a lot of water during the rainy season because I think the grass has a lot more moisture in it, but they still need some water. So now the sheep are locked up. We'll go walk the dogs. Here are the puppies in their kennel. Their situation hasn't changed. They have the two kennels. They like to hang out together. Sometimes Punky chooses to go in her kennel, and usually 20 minutes later she hops the fence and goes with her sister. But if she wants to go in her own kennel, I usually do that for her. Lulu used to be aggressive with Punky, and now it seems like Punky's aggressive with Lulu. They're very rarely aggressive, but it's not never. So they have had fights. I don't break up their fight. Well, if they're on a leash, which has only happened once or twice, yes, I break up the fight. I pull them apart. Usually whoever was aggressive, like I said, the last time it was Punky, I tie them up if I can find some place I could put the leash on, and I put the other one away, go back for the one that's tied up and put them, and then I take them off their leashes. Again, they're in kennels. I've never seen Lulu jump the fence, but Punky's does it every day. So whenever they're ready to be together, they're together again. It works out pretty well. They still go after all the other animals. They don't go after the sheep so much. At least I should say they don't go after Sal. They play with Sal, but they're so rough, they're going to hurt him. So that's why, again, why I lock up the sheep. Plus, I don't need any distractions. The dogs still pull on the leash. Not too bad. But if the sheep were out there, especially if the sheep were running, the dogs would try and run after them. So we don't let that happen. But they have definitely mellowed quite a bit, and they're doing great. And as long as I walk them 3 times a day and give them 2 to 3 good walks, they are mellower and they are housebroken. I would say Punky's housebroken unless I'm not around. If I'm gone all day, she might have an accident. And she usually goes into the other room to go to the bathroom. So she knows not to go. If I'm not around all day, Lulu will go back in the back of their kennel. But they're doing great, right? Right, Lulu? Say yes. We're doing great. right. You ready for a walk? You're excited. Okay, no, off. Off. You know what that means. Off. Okay. Let's go back to the pasture, girls. Come on. No, we're not sticking around here. Come on, come on. Come on, Lou. Oh. Okay, Lou, you roll too. They are loving the sawdust. I don't know if it's the sawdust or the fact that there is some sheep poop in there from the other day, but they are enjoying rolling in it. And now this one's all tangled up. Here, wait, let me fix you. It's good. I'm not sure I could do this with with the camera in my hand. Let me see if I could untangle you. Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, come on. Come on, girls. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. So the sheep have been in this pasture. Well, wait. And so I don't, wait, they're pulling. I don't love walking them where the sheep have just been because they so enjoy eating sheep poop. So we're walking in the pastures where the sheep haven't been in a while. And that way, good girls. They both just peed. But that way, if I walk them in the pasture where there's no sheep poop, there's less for them to eat. They still have found other things to eat, but it's not as bad. Come on, girls. Okay, so now the dogs are a little tired out. They're drinking some water. I did forget to mention that they've got these old blankets in here. They're still ripping them to shreds. I think we're getting close to being able to use beds instead of these blankets. Beds are about 3 times the cost, and they just ripped them up, and I didn't want them eating stuffing. So we switched to blankets. These blankets were really good because they're waterproof. These 2 need to be washed. I tried to buy more so I could just change them out and wash these because they take forever to dry because they're so thick. But I couldn't find any more. So, hi, honey. So we will we'll get more when we get a chance. If not, I did buy them just a fleece-like blanket to get them by. But they don't seem to notice. Hi, big girl. So they're doing really well. Okay, so that's it with the dogs. Now let's do the big reveals. Let me show you my baby chicks. These are my baby chicks. They are no longer babies. I just moved them in with the other chickens less than a week ago. And they're still afraid of all the other chickens. The other chickens are still being mean to them. They're over by the door because Lady came in here to eat their food. They do go outside, but I realized they weren't eating enough because the other chickens are still kind of chasing them away. So when they came in here, I put food in the dish here, and now they're not eating because Lady's here. Yeah, I'm moving you, buddy. No, you. Outside, Lady, outside. Okay. She's got plenty of food out there, and see, they all went running back to the food. So, One of the many big differences I've learned about chickens and ducks is chickens just eat all the time. Ducks eat and then they rest. They eat and then they rest. More like the sheep. So let me show you how great the ducks look. Here's Lady. Okay, so here's Mama Duck with a few of the babies. The other babies are in with the chickens. Oh, only one baby's in with the chickens. They're so big right now. They're almost as big as Mama. I think I have 2 boys and 4 girls, but I don't know how to tell until they grow bigger than Mom. But they look great. They're almost as big as her. There's one sitting by the water, just relaxing. So I have 3 and 3, like I've said before, 3 white ones, and now you can see they're white. I think last time they were in a video, they were still pretty yellow. They're just getting used to the fact that they can't go through the barbed wire fence. A few of them have tried, and they can't. One of them got hurt trying to go through it. Took them kind of all day to recover. But they're all doing well. There's still 6 of them. My other 3 ducks are still locked up. I'd really love to let the females out, but I can't let the male out with the chickens. And what else can I tell you about them? We'll probably get rid of that male and end up with 1 male and keep most of the females. I don't know if I'm going to give the male away or slaughter him. I'm not sure yet. I'd rather give him away, but I definitely have to do something. It's not ideal for these 3 to be locked in here, but they're doing fine. They have food, they have nests. They don't use their nests. They lay their eggs right by the door. I think they're done laying. So ducks don't lay like chickens do. They lay for a while and then they stop for a while. So they have like seasons. But right now, just so you know, I have the papa duck, mama duck, the 2 older female ducks, and the 6 young ducks. Chickens, I have 19 hens, 1 rooster, plus the 5 young hens. But they're all doing really well. They're all really happy. Here's my pretty rooster. I chose to keep him. I think I said this in a video a couple of weeks ago. But my friends felt I should get rid of him because he has spurs. And he does, if you look at his feet, you might be able to see that he's got pretty big spurs. And those can be quite dangerous. But he is so docile. I didn't want to risk it by switching him out with another rooster because he is so docile. I don't worry about him at all. And yet he's great with the ladies. He doesn't protect them per se. But he's great at breeding with them, so we'll leave it at that. I still have more dogs to show you. I'll see if I can fit that into this video or not. But we'll see if we can find them. Now that we've walked the dogs, collected eggs, did everything we needed to do down there, we are going to let these guys back out. Only a few of them are chewing their cud, so the others might be ready to go out in a second. But I'm not going to make them go out. They'll go out when they're ready to eat more. And for now, whoa. That is the most unusual looking bug I've ever seen. Can you see that there? I don't know if it's an ant carrying something or what. That is the weirdest thing. I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to touch it. I didn't mention on video that I got, I don't know what that thing is. I got bitten by what I think is a spider. I didn't see it, but I had to go to the doctor. I went to the clinic and got antibiotics. It was, I don't know if it was infected. Well, it was hot and swollen and probably infected. and the doctor said, yeah, it looks like a spider bite. So I got antibiotics and a few other things, medications. And if you look at my video, which I will put here on why I moved to Panama, medical costs here are super low. So I think they gave me 4 different prescriptions. One, my regular doctor said, oh, you don't need that one, don't take that. So, but they gave me 4 plus the doctor's visit, and it cost $8.90. So, and that was at the public clinic here. I figured for a spider bite, I just knew it was an insect bite, that I didn't need to go to a private hospital. I tried to see my doctor, but she's now working in one of the public hospitals. I'm not quite sure how the medical works here with the doctors, but she said they moved her to the public hospital. So the MINSA, which is the medical, it's like their FDA, I guess, obviously has some control over where the doctors work to some extent. But like I said, I don't know how that works. But she was unavailable. She will still see her patients when she's available, but I just figured the clinic was good enough for that. So $8.90 later, I got my spider bite taken care of. But I am avoiding bugs a little more carefully now. Okay, I told you I'd show you the rest of the dogs. So these are 3 of them. I've been feeding 5 most days, but I think the guy across the way at the dairy didn't work today, so his dogs didn't come. But I've been feeding his dogs breakfast and dinner most days. So let me introduce those of you that haven't seen these guys. This is Mama, and this is Baby, and they're literally Mama and Baby. And that is Blanca. And her name is Blanca because we used to call her the white dogs compared to the black and brown dogs. So she's Blanca. Mama's very patient. And both Blanca and Bonnie take medicine every day for their allergies. So we are going to feed them and give her medicine. Oh. And you can hear the sheep in the background because they know I'm outside and they want their dinner, but it's not time yet. Right, Blanca? Right, Blanca? While they're eating, I will get the other dogs food in their dish. Blanca's a super slow eater, so the others will finish first. Baby's been getting extra food, but she still hasn't gained a single bit of weight. She's skinny as can be. The vet said she's way too skinny. She's 10 kilos underweight, and you can see it. She's a stick. She just doesn't gain weight. She doesn't have parasites, or I don't think she does, because she gets parasite medication every 2 months like she's supposed to. And she just doesn't gain weight. And every time she's here, I feed her. So she gets fed twice a day, most days, 3 times a day, some days. Today, she wasn't here for breakfast, so when she came around, I gave her breakfast, which actually means that Blanca, who doesn't need it, got breakfast twice. She got 1.5 this morning because she was with Baby. But they're all eating. These 2 love to lie down and eat. Baby always stands and eats. So Baby's finished and she's not walking away. So that means she wants more. She'll get more. The other 2 are eating still, so. So I give her a little more than half of her normal portion. So she gets 1.5 when she wants it at dinner. And the reason I don't give her a full one is she always stops early when I give her an extra half. And then usually Mama eats it for her. Dog food never goes to waste here. And here are my 2 little dogs. These are the dogs that came, 2 of the 3 dogs that came from the U.S. And they are only allowed in the small backyard, although Yogi loves to escape and go visit the other dogs in the front. He's not supposed to do that. And he almost got himself in trouble once. The puppies were out, and he went wandering down there. And the way the puppies grabbed chickens and ducks, I think they would have done the same with Yogi. Luckily, I wasn't the only one home, and I handed off the puppies and ran to grab Yogi, and all was fine. Yogi has also hung out with Blanca in the front with no problems, but the dogs in the front don't love these two. And this is Bonnie. She also came from the U.S., and she keeps an eye on everything, and she's a really good dog. Thank you for joining us this week. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, and if you want to follow along as we homestead here in Panama, please hit the subscribe and click the bell so that you're notified when our next video comes out. We'll see you next week. Bye.